KSI, Logan Paul, rematch. What a fight. What a fight. This was the second matchup between the two. We saw how the first one went, which ended up in a majority draw. And man, no head guards, 10-ounce gloves. No one got knocked out. But having said this, this fight was probably what pushed YouTube into the mainstream media. So you definitely have to start out by respecting what these two guys did. KSI, Logan Paul. I think my favorite part was the ending of the fight, given that they finally made peace. Like, my eyes were literally, like, watering. I was so happy. It would have been so awkward, dude, if KSI didn't say that he respected Logan. Like, it would have been pretty cringe. But they made up. It was good. To be honest, as far as boxing goes, I don't think that either of them made significant improvements to the fight. Obviously, they trained hard, but at the same time, given their lack of experience, I don't think that it was able to show much. Because obviously, like, tensions there. Like, the stadium was completely packed. The Staples Center was full. Justin Bieber was in the arena. Justin Bieber. And Rick Ross performed on stage with KSI in the beginning. Like, that just goes to show how far things have gone within the YouTube community, and it's just something to admire. I think, okay, so starting for the first fight, we have like Logan Paul in the first rounds, I think, was the better boxer. I think KSI wanted to feel him out as he did in the first fight. Like, Logan Paul was just throwing that jab. And, you know, he wasn't landing that right hand, like that cross. He wasn't landing it. He was just keeping the jab, keeping KSI away, which wasn't doing much damage. KSI was then, you know, he came out and he got the first knockdown where he threw the overhand right, which hit Logan in the temple and dropped him. In my opinion, that was a knockdown because you can clearly see that Logan didn't know where he was. You know, he took a knee. You know, people, like, it was a knockdown, in my opinion, for sure. Should have been a 10-8, but they didn't give this knockdown to KSI. But that was pretty much the only significant strike that I saw KSI delivering to Logan Paul. And then mimicking that same thing, Logan Paul did he got this clean uppercut, which completely dazed KSI. And in my opinion, if he wouldn't have thrown that illegal, 12-6 punch at the back of KSI's head, he could have actually won that, because KSI was out after the first punch, right? But after that illegal punch, KSI was given time to recover and all that. But so, as I said, you know, I think if Logan would have played his cards right, and the tension, like, it was an amateur mistake. Let's make it clear. Like, had Logan had more experience in that fight, in the fighting, you know, area in general, that's a mistake he wouldn't have made. I don't agree with the 2-point deduction, in my opinion. Like, I mean, we saw a 2-point deduction previously with Mike Tyson when he bit the ear off of his opponent. Like, if you compare these two things, like, biting someone's ear off and throwing, like, a light jab at the back of someone's head can't have the same, shouldn't have the same, like, repercussions. Having said that, I just admire KSI's heart, man. Like, this guy, he was the underdog throughout the whole thing. He continued to believe. Many people doubted him, including me. I would have been very surprised if KSI had gotten the victory. I've always said it. But, man, it just goes to show, guys, like, if you believe and if you're right mentally, as much as KSI stressed it, I didn't think that he was as mentally strong as he showed. Like, after that fight, that's when I really understood how mentally strong this guy is. And just massive respect. They secured the bag. Let's be real. They made so much money over this fight. And props to them, honestly. Like, and I'm just happy none of them got hurt. Like, I mean, it would have been bad. It could have been, like, career ending. And to be honest, I'm happy that there wasn't a knockout, because that just, like, the memes would have flown everywhere. At least here, like, at the end of this, you can see that there was, like, a hard dog fight, and it was pretty equal. Like, no knockouts. So yeah, nothing can be said. I don't think any memes can be made. And to be honest, I'm looking for a future collaboration by these two guys. I think if they start collaborating on making some content together, they could break the internet. Like, absolutely. But yeah, that's my take on the fight. I thought it was, you know, to be honest, I thought it was going to end in a draw. Like, if you don't deduct those points, it's going to end in another draw. And, you know, that's just how it's going to go. I don't think that I want to see them fight in the cage, fight again. Like, just because, like, the whole point of this event was to show YouTube's, like, emergence in the mainstream media. I think that's pretty much the whole, like, the only thing that this comes down to. Now, if YouTubers are just going to keep fighting in the ring like that, it's going to look like we're trying to fight and become actual professionals, and then they're just going to make a fool of themselves, in my opinion. But yeah, like, that's my take on the fight. Huge congratulations to the two fighters. Like, the event was entertaining, but you could definitely see a clear difference between the two fighters that went before. KSI and Logan Paul, and then, you know, obviously KSI and Logan Paul. But yeah, honestly, it was so great to watch. I would have loved if True Geordie and Laurence could have commentated, but hey, that's how it went. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the let me know in the description below if who you guys think won. And if that 2-point deduction was something that was a fair call to give or not. And yeah, obviously like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.